when you do write, you're never wrong.
When you do write, you're never wrong. Is that now an original?
Maybe I took it from Denzel Washington, I don't know. Welcome back to Write With Me. My name is Aaron Lee, your favorite writing companion. Today, you and I are gonna write an imperfect story together in 10 minutes or less. That's right, you heard me. Imperfect in 10 minutes. So grab your favorite writing tool and let's get to work. Montage, montage, montage. All right, so joining me today on this crazy writing adventure is Paul Creasy.
Sorry. Creasy.
Paul Creasy.
Yes.
I knew I was going to be like,
You
I'm
were,
just going to make
the
this
bit
up.
of the word you said was great. It was just it needed the it needed the noise. I got into your head when I.
But now this is great content we're making anyway.
Yeah.
It's all the blooper reel.
All for the blooper reel.
Thank you for joining us, Paul.
Thank you very much for having me, Aaron.
Earlier we were talking. You brought a little computer to write on.
I did bring a little computer to write on.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're working with a notebook right now. So this is like a little unfamiliar territory for you, or?
Yes, yeah. I do normally type. So this is going to be like a step outside of my comfort zone. I also haven't written a story in a really long time. So this is a further 2 steps outside my comfort zone already.
That's so many steps.
I mean, I can barely see the comfort zone at this point.
You know, leave it behind you, Paul. You're better off without it.
Exactly. Yeah. I will be the counter example for whoever is watching this.
Well, I think it's so brave of you for being here and deciding to write the story, because I think that's kind of what we're about. Is that you don't need to be a writer even. You know, you can be just any person showing up, and it's that easy to just kind of take 10 minutes, write a little story, and it doesn't matter, you know, what comes out, because it's like, well, we have so many pressures of spelling and grammar, of getting something right, you know.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be getting something right. It's like when you do write, you're never wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just an expression of getting what's inside of you onto the paper.
When you do write, you're never wrong. Is that an Aaron original? What's the?
It might be. I don't know. Maybe I took it from Denzel Washington. I don't know.
No, we'll edit it out if
we'll edit it out.
Yeah, let's say that it's an original. I like that.
Yeah. When did you first discover your joy of writing? Because you write sketch comedy a lot, right?
I do write sketch comedy a lot. I don't know. I wrote a little bit when I was a child. I always used to enjoy creative writing assignments and things like that when I was at school. Kept a diary for a while. I don't think I did any major writing. Oh, I did want to be a journalist when I was younger. So I guess that was the type of writing that I wanted to do. And then I sort of transitioned into comedy as I got a bit older. By that I mean just was writing it myself, not that any of it was.
Were all of your journalism entries becoming more and more
more and more comedic. A lot of laughs in there. Yeah, I guess I found it quite hard to take seriously as an art form. So maybe that was the first step.
Well, that's a whole a genre of humor too, right?
Yeah.
Kind of making fun of the news or whatnot.
Yeah, I think a lot of the earliest stuff I wrote that I actually enjoyed was in the voice of a very serious journalist who took themselves very seriously, because I find that innately very funny.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. Any art form that's someone who takes themselves very seriously is right for comedy.
I always remember the airplane movies or something.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
There's nothing funny than completely deadpan, absolute nonsense. British comedy fans will know The Day Today and Brass Eye and programs like that, which were straight news programs, but the people on them were saying absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
Look Around You, that's another one that I really
Look
like.
Around You.
I believe you brought along your gold medal to show us.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Well done.
Satirical 1970s science classroom materials, which is one of my favorite programs ever. I just rewatched it last night. It's so good, but it's all delivered completely deadpan, as if it were an informational science video, but just complete nonsense. Stuff that makes no sense.
That's exactly what we're going to create today, I think.
I
complete nonsense.
anticipate this. Yeah.
Well, I think we're ready for our writing prompt. I think.
Right.
Let's pull this baby out.
I have a pen.
All right. Would you do the honors, Paul? Read that first.
Read it out.
Read it for the audience at home.
The prompt is, start your story with an unexpected betrayal.
Unexpected betrayal. Before we dive in, let's all kind of just open up our notebooks, I guess, get kind of ready, and just take a little breath in, all right? It's gonna be okay. I mean, we're here with you, we're gonna be writing the story, and whatever comes out is gonna come out, you know? And that's kind of the whole point. If you ever get stuck when you're writing, you know, just write one word, and that's all it takes, you know? Write one word, write the next word, and so on and so forth. And it's really you don't need to be kind of worried about like, you know, your grammar, your spelling, or where like the story's gonna take you, you know. We're gonna turn our brains off and we're gonna let our fingers do the, we're gonna turn our brains off and we're gonna let our fingers do the work. You know?
Yes.
They're gonna do the writing.
They're gonna be wrapped around the pen, which
They're gonna be wrapped around the pen. No keyboards today.
No keyboards today. Get my keyboard out of here, all right? This is analog.
Okay, well, I think we're ready. How you feeling?
I'm feeling nervous but excited.
That's a good energy. Let's hold on to that.
Let's go.
All right, remember the prompt is start your story with an unexpected betrayal.
Betrayal.
We're gonna put 10 minutes on the clock and we're gonna have some fun.
Let's go.
All right. All right, that's time. Congratulations, you did it. We did it.
Well done.
Damn. How do you feel?
I feel like I've climbed a mountain, but the mountain was made of paper.
Ooh. And
instead of climbing devices, I was using a pen and writing on it. Also, the mountain was flat.
This guy is a writer. He's using these metaphors left and right here. Well, pat yourself on the back, pat yourself wherever you want. I mean, you did it. Congratulations. See, it wasn't really that hard, was it?
Pretty easy, really.
I mean, just climbing a paper mountain.
It's just climbing a paper mountain. If you take nothing else away from this, remember, it's just climbing a paper mountain. Come on.
And that's a Paul original right there.
I hope I said that. That would be a terrible thing to say.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna start reading these stories. Paul, you want to read yours first?
All right. If I could read the writing that I've done, as I said, don't usually write stuff with a pen. Let's see. Clive took a deep breath in anticipation of what he was about to do. He had taken many breaths before, some of them breaths of considerable depth, like a mid-range swimming pool's deep end, or a poem he sort of remembered from his A-level English poetry module, but none of quite this all-consuming lack of shallowness before. Jan, Clive's wife, walked in. "Clive," she said, remembering his name as expected, "I've got something to tell you." Clive's face fell, like a runner at the last hurdle, if they were also a face. "Wait," Clive interjected. "I have something to tell you too." Clive and Jan stared at each other for what seemed like several weeks, but was in fact probably only 3 or 4 days. "I'm having an affair with your friend Stevette." The words eventually tumbled out. That word was tumbled. The words eventually tumbled out. In the end, it became clear that they had been said out loud by Clive and Jan. "How long has this been going on?" 2 weeks, said Clive. 2 weeks, said Jan. "Meow," said Clive and Jan's cat, Mephistopheles. He had not been fed in some time. That's as far as I got.
Wow. That was incredible.
It's a real drama.
Damn. How did it feel? How did it feel reading that or getting it out? Yeah.
Difficult to read what I'd written.
Sure.
Otherwise,
getting past that. Yeah.
Yes, getting past that. Yeah, no, it was good. I was surprised I managed to get that much out in 10 minutes, to be honest. It sort of has a story to it. It's good to have a prompt like start with a betrayal, which can go in many different directions.
Yeah.
I have no idea where this would actually go from here, but that's the.
It doesn't need to, but if it does, I mean, I'm hooked. It's interesting. I like it.
It's a drama.
I do like the cat interruption. You bring it back to reality.
You can't forget the cat. Yeah, you can't forget the cat in that situation. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess it's time to read mine.
It's time. Let's go.
All right, let's see. "Danny, no!" yelled the milkman. "I had to do it. I had to destroy your milk, Mr. Milkman. But Danny, I don't understand. You've been buying my sweet milk for years." "I know. It paid me to take a baseball bat and smash all your milk. The broken glass alone will take ages to clean up. You're the one picking it up. And you're paying me for the damage. Fat chance, milkman. Not after what you did to my wife. Goodness, what's wrong with Alice? I just saw her the other day with your 6 children down by the chainsaw factory. You told her our milk delivery was gonna be late, and she couldn't take it, and now she's gone. Wow, that doesn't make any sense, Danny." "I know, Mr. Milkman, but that's why I destroyed your milk, since it reminds me of my sweet Alice and our 6 children, who because of your late milk delivery are now dead. Wow. I'm sorry, Danny. I don't think I can deliver milk anymore after hearing such a story." So the milkman retired.
Damn. You just wrapped up. You got to the ending. I suppose you've done this a couple of times before. You've got the pacing in mind.
I feel like I always wrap up the story like as soon as I can. And then I usually have like a minute left. I'm like, I still have more time. I can write more. But,
this is the thing. But does it always end with a milkman retiring?
Single ending.
A recurring trope in your story.
Yes, that's the secret. You just have the milkman retiring.
They don't tell you this on other YouTube channels. That it always ends your story with a milkman retiring. Not anything more dramatic than that. Just a retirement. A happy retirement, I assume.
We'll never know.
Well, that's part 2. It's not in the story. Anything not in the story is not to be assumed. Can you tell me more about the chainsaw factory?
I wish I could, but maybe Danny has more. Chainsaw factory. It was so funny because I was thinking like, what was the betrayal? Because I think the milkman, it's always like, he sleeps with the wife or something like that.
That's right. It was a trope.
In my brain, I'm like, what else could happen? It felt like if I was struggling anywhere to be like, where is this going to go? Because even had one of the milkmen saying, this doesn't make sense, you know?
Yeah.
You do one mistake, but you just repeat it, then it like becomes
It becomes a thing.
it becomes a thing, you know? It becomes like game or whatever.
Yeah, it reminded me of the expression "the fireworks factory," which, like they say in the story, like "get to the fireworks factory." Like you want to, don't keep talking about the fireworks factory. Get to the fireworks.
Get to the fireworks factory.
But
Maybe we should have saw the chainsaw factory.
We sort of, I mean, we could have got to the chainsaw factory. I did enjoy the story of the milk. The milk, that's the thing. I was there. The milkman was my fireworks factory. The chainsaw factory was not my fireworks factory. The milkman
was the chainsaw.
I don't think I've ever said those words in that order before. The milkman was my fireworks factory. But I will be
That's
calling
probably the title of this episode.
title of my autobiography.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thank you so much, Paul, for
so
joining me on this writing adventure. Hope you had fun.
I did have fun, absolutely. I'm over the mountain. Now anything is possible.
Keep climbing those paper mountains and we'll be writing novels in no time, right?
That's right.
Well, all right, that's our show. My name is Aaron Lee with Write With Me. I hope you had a fun time writing and have a great rest of the day. Cheers.